All right, let me see if I can adjust this focus a little bit here. Good evening, everybody. Let's see, that's a little too soft. Light keeps changing here. Let's see. If that's better. Pardon me, I'm rude here. So what else is new, right? All right, evening prepping, Peachy Pie, Bully, Laura, KK, good evening, Captain Caveman, Zeus Phillips, nice to see you. Hello, Gimbal. Krillin says hi. I have no idea who Krillin is. And welcome aboard, everybody. You see, we have a bit of a different background tonight. Let me see if I can adjust that a little bit here. Moved a lot of stuff around here today. Trying to kind of move things along a little bit. How you doing, Jay Holly? Nice to see you. I got tired of being in the same location. Hello, Dixie. I said, Rosie, you got that beautiful wall of sound. Why don't you vlog in front of that? So I thought I would do that tonight. Let me play with these lights a little bit. Yeah, turn them up a little bit. There we go. Much better. How you doing, Vicky? What's going on? Super Cereal. Nice to see you. I'm going to be diddling around a little bit tonight here. I've got a different kind of setup here. I wanted to give myself a little bit of a better background, a little more interesting than just looking at the other thing. The other, hey Velveteen, how are you? Then looking at the Motorola, which I think I've had this thing in the same position for about, God, 2 years. Hello, Robert. So what do you guys think? Like the new... think you just made my night. Hello, Fat Girl Sewing. Nice to see you. I'm always glad when I make your night. So I think it looks a little better. I still have to adjust a few things here. Just play with this thing. It's kind of just an experimental chat tonight. So good to see everybody. Yeah, I think this background is a bit nicer. I need to improve the lighting a little bit. Back here, I don't know whether lower, much higher. Good thing I'm an electrical person, right? Got my own light stuff rigged up today. Hello, Missy. Hello, Carl. I need Carl's expertise here to run the equipment board. How you doing, Carl? Good to see you. The only guy I ever know that built a full-size airplane in his house. What a claim to fame on there. So what do you guys think? You like this better than the other one here? I think we got better lighting here. I got two forward lights. I got some overhead lights, and I got some lights in the back there. I'm not really... I don't know. It always seems like something in this corner is a little bit fuzzy down here. I don't know what it is. No notif. Thank you for that person who sent the message. Yeah, I don't know. I'll never figure out the ins and outs of YouTube. Hot day today. Be neat if you could turn on all the stereos with the room lights dim. Gonna be honest with you. I don't know if I have the horsepower on the circuitry. A lot of these things are tube equipment, and they draw a tremendous amount of current, anywhere from some of the areas of the circuitry 400 to 600 volts in there. You multiply that by about 10 out of 10 of the units there, and you're pulling a lot of voltage. I work with built a plane in his garage. We make small brackets during downtime on night shifts. That's cool. Yeah, it's supposed to look a little blurry. It's supposed to put your focus on me. It's called bokeh, B-O-K-E-H, and that's where you achieve some you achieve a little bit of depth of field, which is very difficult to do on a webcam as opposed to a very fast lens. I don't have any set up. I'm lensless at the moment. I got receivers, amps, combo receivers. I got all kinds of things up on the wall, all the way up top side there. I got a lot of gear there. Some of it is circa 1958, right on forward there. And I think it makes a nicer background for the for yeah. It's supposed to be a little blurry. I hope to get better lenses to make it much blurrier. The theory behind that is it draws your attention to the subject and doesn't let you wander around. It just makes a more, I don't want to say cinematic, a more, just considered to be a more beautiful background behind there. Obviously, I need to do some work on the lighting. I'd like to put a couple upper lights on there to put a little bit of lighting on the equipment. But otherwise, what are your favorite stereo brands and what is garbage? Boy, that question cuts so many ways. You know, ask me which is the best buy for the buck in vintage. Ask me which is the most expensive. Ask me which is the most pioneering. I mean, it just cuts a lot of different ways. I like Harman Kardon, Fisher. I like Pioneer, Sony, very understated, wonderful. Marantz, obviously, Dynaco. Just so many Kenwoods. There's so many good brands. Hey, how you doing, Cupcake? Yeah, it's supposed to be a focal point. Hello, Noreen. I got two forward lights you can see there. I got one there and one over just to get a little bit of better lighting balance here on this. Yeah, I have one, two, three Marantzes in the house. I have a quad rail, quadraphonic, and I have two regular stereo receivers. I have a, you like Sansui? I got the Sansui 1000A right there. That's the bridge between tube and solid state, that unit right there. It's a legend. Legendary unit. Probably worth about the $800 on that. Don't have any JVC. No Japan Victor Corporation. No, don't have any of that. I put few little lights up behind here too, but I'd like to have one overhead that provides better focus. Yeah, the lighting's good. I love what you have done to the house. You should get a couple indoor plants. I don't know who would take care of them. You know, when I'm on the road, I'm very happy with my outdoor garden this year. I've been harvesting and eating. I've got squash and I've got so many I probably got 10 baby watermelons now, which is really cool. Been harvesting carrots every day. The hell else? Tomatoes. I got some next set of plums ready to come off. I had spinach. That's about done. But I got some cantaloupe, eggplant. It's been tremendous. Hello, Jen. Nice to see you. Do you have attic access for either hi-hats or use a strip of track lighting? Well, I put all of these can lights in myself up here. I don't really fancy crawling around. I heard something like running around. I don't know what the hell it was today. Sometimes it's better not to know. I don't know whether it was up on the roof or up on the ceiling running around. You just only have 1,000, the 1,000 South Haven. Well, I love your one. Yeah, it's the 1000A. This Harman Kardon is pretty cool here. It's the twin power 430. I don't think I have it plugged in right now. I just, it's a question of how you're gonna. I have to run a ton of cords around to bring in power, so I don't short things out. So I'm experimenting a little bit. Okay, Noreen, you go back. Take it easy. Just put a little lighting on there. I guess it's better up. I don't know. You go all the way up. We'll try that mid-range right there. All right. I feel like I'm ready for my close-up. That's too much. All right. Would you rather see what's in my fridge again? Hey, Miss Linda, how are you? Still too much. Let me try this too. Yeah, that's pretty cool, huh? That's pretty cool. I kind of like that one. Really kind of sets it up. Early '80s JVC homes that cost a couple grand back, and that works. You want it? Now I can't take any more equipment in here. Eddie says, Rosie, Sony surround sound above still working. I paid $5.99 for it, Rosie. 15 still working good. I want to tell you what, Sony built it like a tank. No issue at all. The build quality of Sony's is outstanding. For me, pound for pound, they're the most underrated of the vintage audio stuff. So. Yeah, everybody's got their own story. So I'm just be screwing around a little bit tonight and trying different stuff. So just bear with me. I got bored of just being in the same location all the time. Guess it was better with this overhead. Lighting is such a bite. Especially when you have a webcam, really sucks. Andrea, how you doing? Did a ghost hunt in Locke. Very interesting history on the Chinese mob. It is. Hey Karen, Bang & Olufsen. Nothing wrong with that. That's cool. That was considered very premium in its time. So nothing to be ashamed of with that. The real problem these days is so much stuff is LEDs. They're on they flicker because they're on a frequency, and it's very difficult to have. Can't even find incandescence anymore, so it makes it a little difficult. What new stuff are you trying out? Number one, I've got a new position. The lighting still needs to have a lot of improving. I pulled out an old light I had from years ago, and I have a light that we use in Kitchen Stadium over here, but it's like LEDs, and I really miss the days of incandescent. Yeah, thank you. Hope you're doing great. Gardening camera looks awesome. Thank you. Did you like my fridge? I finally decided to open the fridge, Dave. Yeah, don't fidget. I told you I'd be up and down because the sun's going down. It's getting darker. It was impossible to test this setup in the with the daylight because I was getting interfering light on the side. So yeah, I'm very fidgety here tonight. Plus, it's been hot as heck today. I mean, I shouldn't complain because I know you guys got a lot hotter out there with the humidity and everything. So what's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Yeah. Throw out the 2014. I'm gonna do. Good night, Miguel. I'm gonna do a taste testing of those Farmer John hot dogs. I think that would be pretty cool, huh? What do you think? 1 year will never leave my mind. 2014. Don't you think that'd be cool though to do try one of those hot dogs out, see how well they held up? Man, what's the worst can happen? You get the craps for a couple days, right? I don't think it's gonna poison you. Hello, Enrique. Nice to see you tonight. I hope that you are doing well. Let me turn this up a little bit. I'm fidgeting. Sorry, Gina, I'm fidgeting. I said fine as long as they aren't freezer burned. Make a hell of a vlog though, wouldn't it? I'll tell you. Stuff is a nightmare. No wonder people get paid so much to be lighting experts for movies. Hope you had a great day. I had a pretty good. I had a pretty good day today. You know, I was originally thinking about heading down to um, Vegas, and plus I'm at the point I got to feel like I'm moving ahead every day. You know, and improving the place around here, cleaning it up, getting better setups, getting ready when I finally do get on the road with superior camera gear and all that. Just throwing some mustard, if you could just think positive, cleaning out the old colon. Thank you, Enrique. That represents about 70% of my collection. I got a few spots I've taken, having put some things up. Kind of bugs me. I think I'm going to go grab this unit I left in the workshop and throw it up there. Shit, almost fell out the front. Oh, crap. Very first unit I ever restored on YouTube. Oh. Things look a little better there now. That up there. It's looking better. I don't like to see a hole in the wall. I gotta arrange it. Can't wait to be in Havasu. What's going on in Havasu besides girls shaking their tatas on boats? Man, this thing is so bright. How am I ever going to be ready for Hollywood, guys? I guess I'm not going to make the Ellen show. Rosie, tell us your life story. The Dynaco is sitting right over there, third from the top. You got the Marantz. You got the finest tuner ever made, the Kenwood KT6 something, and then you got the Dynaco, the third one down there. That's the wall of, I call that the wall of amplitude. That looked good. It's funny, D picked that out as his favorite. It's the cheapest one on the, yeah, what am I going to do? I'm not going to be on the talk show circuit. You rearrange. My family hates my rearranging. I love change. You need to get fresh once in a while. I got tired of the view just behind me. People get all pissy about the blue curtain here, even though it's a trademark on the ranch. What am I, an interior decorator? Okay, right? You know, I do the best I can. You like that, Jimmy James, huh? How you doing, Cobra John? What did you do with the sofa? I'm actually sitting in front of the sofa. I would like to move the sofa off to the side, but it looked kind of goofy over there. I could use a few more feet to push back, but it is what it is. Yeah. Hey, Canadian chick. Yeah, change is good. I'm happy to. Hey, Mouse Toes. Nice to see you, sweetie. Nice to see you. Good to see Cobra John. I'm doing a lot of things to refresh the channel preparatory. Look, I'm not going to sit around with my thumb up my ass waiting for things to go all clear. I'm going to just keep moving ahead. Try to spice up the vlogs a little bit, have a little more fun, which I've been doing the last week or two. So I'm happy. This quarantine is making. I need change. I cannot sit. I've been doing probably 5 years from that position over there. For years, Missy, Jen, and I in the morning, and then basically by myself for like a year and a half, and I got tired of it. I got tired of it. Hello, wild traveling Linda. Haven't seen you. Seen you before. So yeah, change is good, and I can't sit around. Hey Craig, nice to see you. I just can't sit around and read a book or it's not my nature to do so. While I'm waiting for the Ellen DeGeneres on the phone, is she cursing? Does she want to feel my tatas? Hey Dave, yes, the wall of sound, the fabled wall of sound. It needs a little bit of different lighting, but I'm pretty happy with the way that looks. Yeah, I hope you're okay in the storm. I just painted my foyer this morning. All right. For the intellectually challenged, I guess that's like your entrance hall, as they might say in New England. Your foyer, your foyer, your foyer. Oh, also, let me thank you guys for last night. Appreciated another big night on the chat there. Man, Rosie cooks chicken. I love it. Had my proprietary coating. Those corn fritters. First thing I did this morning, I got up about 6:15, drank a big glass of water, thought to myself, yeah, I got leftover fritters from last night, and I broke one of those babies out and that were so good. I put the recipe in the link in the description box, but I neglected to put down the change I make. Don't use whole corn. Okay, use cream corn. It makes a much smoother textured corn fritter. They're much, much nicer. You wouldn't believe my place, my yard, and everything. I finally ran out of quarantine work. Well, I keep, thank you, BB and John. Hey, how you doing, Emerald? I just press myself not to get depressed about the state of stuff. And there's nothing like work to get your mind off of the state of cornholio and economic problems and stimulus, no stimulus, all that stuff. Turn them all on and dim the room lights better than $3 Christmas lights. Yeah, I've been doing a lot of different experiments. It's a little. Let's see what happens when I've tried a lot of different combos. Yeah, I think that's a little cooler. Maybe we could turn this down a little bit too. Yeah, I got forward lighting on both sides, and I've got the lighting on the floor pointing up. I'd rather have down lighting, but I'm not going to take a staple gun and staple them up. Staple them up to the ceiling. Do you have a system of switching boxes for all that, or do you just switch? I switch cables when I want to demonstrate a unit. I have some that are permanently hooked up, and then I'll just cut some cable. I got about probably a mile of speaker cable here and stuff that I'll just cut. This one up here is funny. This is the GX9, probably one of the most complicated. It even has a sleep timer on it. I put that up there in 2014, 2015, after Missy, Jen, and I built this structure here. That thing was so. I never took that down again because I'm too scared to. Thing weighs about 70 pounds. I'm too scared to. I'm gonna let. Uh, if D comes back, I'm gonna let him pull that off of that. So yeah, use some zip strip lights. Yeah, you like that? Yeah, I don't want to run the fireplace. It was so damn hot. Let's see what it looks like though with the fire here. Yeah, that's probably pretty cool. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah. Kind of blocking it. But yeah, look at that. They got the fireplace. Hey Moonzone, how are you? Good to see you. Thank you, Lisa. $5 from Lisa Sweats. Thank you, Lisa. I don't have the. I haven't even gotten around to hooking up the speaker yet. But thank you so much, honey. Much appreciated. Good to see you. It's impressive. You spiced it up. Bet few have that kind of stash of old school stuff. I think this is one of the greatest private collections, at least in the state of California. Thank you. Thank you for the Lisa. Thank you. What do you think? That looks pretty cool. Feels nice and cozy. 'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a rat. Hey Ginger, how are you? 56 here. Mood lighting for an audio junkie. It's critical. I like that idea of lower task lighting there, Cobra John. Some strips below to give a little bit of backlighting to them. I think that's a great idea. Thank you, Ginger. I like the background a little more. See this. I like it a lot more, actually. I kind of like that forward lighting a little bit, too. Thank you, Angus. It's the culmination of many years of acquisition and things. Not even the door of doom. I'm doing good. Ginger. Yeah, stay safe, Mouse. I think you're in the pathway. Potential flooding and high winds from the hurricane whose name I can't even pronounce out there. Yeah, the recipe for the corn fritters is in the description box last night. Two things though. I change up the recipe. Well, one thing actually. At the end of it, you want to give them a dusting of a good healthy dusting of confectioner's sugar. Unbelievable. Okay, just the way I remember it. Peter Pan Inn in Urbana, Maryland, which was a great family style place from 1926 to like 1984 or something like that. It was tremendous. People used to wait sometimes 5 hours to get a table. 1961 Mother's Day, they served 3,100 meals that day. But the corn fritters were the real hallmark of that place. Dust them with the confectioner's sugar, hit them hard at the end. Okay, number two, the recipe, traditional corn fritter recipes. Now, nobody's telling you the real authentic one, but don't use whole kernel corn. Use cream corn because they make a much smoother texture. What's on the baking menu? I'm not sure. The fires, no, the big fires are down south. I've never used confectioner's sugar on fritter. You got to try it. You got to dust the top of them, and you got to make them with cream corn, because I never remember there being whole kernels in that. I don't believe that for a minute. That was the old Mrs. Baumgartner who founded that place. That was her own spin on that. Try a little Fiesta corn to spice them up on occasion. The but they turned out good. Our fire season really begins in September, October, and then into the rainy season because we get the wind shifts. We got the hot wind comes off the desert. 2017, it hit hurricane force. It put a power line down. Started the Tubbs fire, which raced over the hill west from Napa County into Sonoma County and laid waste to about a quarter of the city of Santa Rosa. Almost lemon meringue time. Never whole kernels. They're ungainly to have in a corn fritter. No way. No way. If you want to learn about film life, study Joseph Vin Steinberg. He made Madeline Dietrich, which you will put like upseas for you later. Okay. Lighting is really the underappreciated element of making movies. People think you just throw a few lights on, but it's not like that. It's not like that at all. See, the deal is with those big ass movie cameras, film cameras, and things like that. They have to shoot them at very low, what they call ISO, very small opening for maximum quality. So you need a ton of light to compensate for the slow speed of the film. That's why so many actors and actresses roast under the lights and things. 24,000 acres, no containment, and thousands being evacuated. Wow. There's a guy named Opiami. There's a guy named Joel Grimes that does a lot of lighting and things. My mom made him that way. My own cornbread on occasion. I just prefer the cream. I remember a much smoother texture than having the whole kernel in there. But you know what I'm really proud about? My chicken coating. That stuff stuck on that baby. It was crunchy, delicious. You can't eat that every day. I still have some more wings that I haven't cooked yet. I'm going to bake them. I'm not going to fry them. But good Lord, that was delicious. That was delicious. Yeah, 24,000 acres is it's pretty massive. It's lucky it hasn't gotten into real heavily populated. The problem with this fire we had here in 2017 is that it came into a very heavily populated part of the city. So it was the first time in history that an urban wildfire breached city and come into the heart of the city. Made it very hard to fight. I'll tell you, I'm really proud of the way, I don't want to pat myself on the back because I haven't done a lot of cooking. I feel like very confident in my baking and things like that. Cooking, I just eat to live. I don't live to eat, so it's always been one of those things. But I'm very, very, very happy about the way the chicken turned out. Yeah, I hear you, Opiami. That's why I have dual lighting, so your face isn't in. It's not in shadow at all, which is kind of what you want. Where's the fire? My in-laws are. It's down in Southern California, I think. I don't know exactly where. I don't know exactly where it is. My mom wants to tell you. Oh, Dave, thank you. I'm so glad your mom's knee surgery went well. You're a great son for all of your concern and everything. That was wonderful. Yeah, they were the worst, and I couldn't believe 2 years in a row, huh, Cobra John? I never thought anything would be worse than Santa Rosa, but Paradise just was totally destroyed. Totally destroyed, which actually turned out to be a blessing. Because now Pacific Gas and Electric is paying $250,000 to the county and city of Santa Rosa and the county of Sonoma. And with the bad way that budgets are in right now, with the economy and the reduced tax revenue, oh man, it's like a godsend right now. Are you planning to see Portland? Help me out on this. Help me out on this thing. Add something to soil. No, cucumbers are really easy to grow, Patricia. I don't have any difficulty with them at all. There's nothing that's been finicky in that garden. Even the carrots, I've been pulling some carrots that long. I don't know what I feel about the Northwest. Um, there's just, I don't know, it's always been an area of kind of low interest to me, which means I really need to go there to appreciate it. But I'm afraid if I get into Portland and I'll be snagged into the whole protest schlemiel again, and I'm not sure if I want to be in another one of them. They're in Mission. Oh, they should be okay in Mission Viejo. That's a little closer to San Diego. Why is the utility company paying for the fires? Because it was determined that their negligence in not properly trimming branches by power lines created a situation where hurricane force winds, which are very rare here, blew down a branch which hit a power line, which sparked on the ground, which created the whole conflagration where 6,000 homes in 6 hours burnt down. I mean, they just chew on that. 6,000 homes in 6 hours. So what is that? 600, what, 1,000 homes an hour going down? There was no way that the firefighters, it was on both sides of 101. It was impossible. Von Sternberg in love with Marlene Dick, but he was a bitch that scorned him even after he made her career. He sounds, Opiami, he reminds me of the great, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the great Erich von Stroheim, who played Max the Butler in Sunset Boulevard, was one of the greatest directors of the silent era, till he screwed up and went over budget with Queen Kelly with Gloria Swanson. But he was another master, a real ladies' man and everything else. Pickle Dave, I can't keep. They're doing the exact thing. Line, yeah, they got to take it seriously. They're supposed to budget so much of their money, but one big problem they have is a lot of people don't want to let them on their land. Okay, we have a lot of people that are tree huggers here, and don't touch that tree. So they've been prohibited, as has the California Department of Forestry, from doing a lot of thinning and pulling out the old dead stuff that would, if there's PG&E isn't paying anything. Their customers are. No, I haven't seen any increase in rate requests. I've seen additional stock be floated, and I've seen insurance companies paying out. I haven't seen any change to rates or any requested with the rate commission here. Wish I planted a garden. Too many other projects going. You can put in your fall crops. You can put in spinach, carrots, things that love that. Yeah, car accident can cause a down line. Yeah, you're twins with the. When you wear that blouse, you're twins with the pretty senorita in the Mexico wearing her hupao, pronounced weepio. Yeah. The girls. They call this a peasant blouse. Yeah, I'm wearing the same damn thing, aren't I? Damn, one day I ought to dress like that. Huh? I feel like Swiss Miss. Yeah, they got tired of paying lawyers and just bid it. But ratepayers will always pay. There's supposed to be easement rights, but the prepping, the people will call attorneys. They'll get temporary injunctions issued. They'll find some weird species of tree that is threatened if they take that. All kinds of things. Well, let's put it this way, Cobra John. PG&E rates. Let's put it this way: it's the largest geographical service area in the nation. But it's a real bad time to be coming out for a rate request where people are going to start getting the royal boot from their homes and apartments. Okay. That's going to be the next wave here. I don't know what's going to happen. Hell, I used to see growing up in Baltimore when people would get put out on the street and all their crap was sitting there and people would just come by and just take what they wanted off the pile. We don't have fall, we have hot and cold. We really have 2 seasons, a very short winter, and then the rest of it from mid-February till after Thanksgiving. Yeah, I'm the peasant. It's glad the headlights aren't on, right? It's a warm kind of night. So, Opiami, if you have any kind of link you can send me to that would be appreciated. I can make it like new@gmail.com. I would love to dig into that. I'm going to be exploring lighting a lot more in this year. Hey, if you're enjoying the chat, thumbs up are appreciated. And thank you for last night. I think we broke 200 thumbs. Anybody that's dealing with anything, cyanide, cupcake, a lack of rain down there, and I've got mouse toes in the path of some problems there. So, mouse toes, do be careful. I know you've got a great head on your shoulders. Yeah, I do love the weather here. I do love the weather. That's the thing that Dee was talking about. Man, I can't believe it. It's just not sweaty here. Yeah, it's just. I don't miss the humidity. Thank you, Opiami. I appreciate that. I'm very intrigued with all of that. But you got to have, that stuff costs. These people have big umbrellas. Screw all that. I'm not doing all that. Hot as hell, baby. Huh? Well, cyanide. I'm going to try to set this pool up this week and get an invite to come to the little blow-up pool. How about that? How would that be? We can do the ta-ta dance. I might do an update to my legs video. I did one in 2015, little bikini strut to She's Got Legs. That might be nice to do the 2020 edition. I gotta keep myself entertained. Wow, it sounds like somebody's screaming out there. The acoustics of this place are really weird. Sound bounces around, and it sounds like it's right in your hallway, but it's damn up across the street. It's weird the way these acoustics are here. Greetings from Milwaukee. Yeah, I love Milwaukee. I had a good time in Milwaukee. Great food, great people. Much more beautiful town city than I ever imagined it would be, with the river running through there, and beautiful downtown. The old brewery buildings, and the food was just top flight. Food was top flight. ZZ Top, what do you think of that sign? Yeah, I got this little pool that Mr. Z sent me. I haven't put it up yet. But I want to find my silver heels. I want to do something different this week. Honey Badger. What happened to Honey Badgers? Let's see. Where's my cursor? Oh, that's all right. You can let Honey Badger is cool. He's military vet. He's earned the right to talk about sweaty titties. Fit a doughboy pull towards the back here. Yeah, but I don't want to pull. I don't want the maintenance. Hey, welcome back, Jen. I don't want the liability. Oh, okay, cyanide. I don't want the liability uh, um, of having people potentially jump the fence and come over and swim in, and in daytime it'd be okay, but nighttime it's too damn cold, too chilly. Oh, blueberry cobbler. Ah. That recipe. Thank you, Mouse Toast. I don't often tell my mods anything. So. Good to see you, Honey Badger. My mods are on autopilot here. That blueberry, cobbler. I can imagine. I got some blueberries. I might do a daytime. I might whop up another. Actually, I wanna lose a couple. I like my weight, but I'm not exercising enough because my left foot. I don't know what the hell happened to it. It's like my arch is falling or something. It's been kind of painful, but I got to push myself to start exercising. Indoor pool. Yeah, yeah. I just don't. I'd rather enjoy be on the road and enjoy a pool or something like that. I don't have to worry about the maintenance. Like right now, yeah. There you go, cyanide cupcake. Right now, stuff is so cheap in Vegas. So cheap. I mean, you're talking about $9 a night, even with a $19 resort fee. It's like, God, unbelievable. Uh, it's good. What did? Let me see what this goofball wrote here. Oh yeah, don't post any. Don't post anything. Thank you. Just hide that. Don't put your numbers and stuff on the side. Yeah, indoor pool called a bathtub. My cereal girlie loves watching you. Oh, that's sweet. All right, take care. Okay, Lee. Thank you. Can you see a podiatrist? Maybe they have a few tricks. I think it's the shoes that I've been wearing. They were gifted to me, and I kind of put an insert in them, and I don't know if, but I wonder why is it the left foot? I don't know. Uh, I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. Thank you, Lisa. $5 from Lisa. Thank you, sweetie. I guess you're liking the new setup tonight. I think the lighting's a lot better anyway. What's the most you can get the Win now for $94 a night? Even with a $40 resort fee, you're pretty good. Pretty good on that. I'm tempted. I'm tempted. I may not have the appropriate shoes though. Yeah, it's the foot I twisted on the stairs, which caused me to walk on it a little differently, which caused this onset about 2 weeks ago. Hey, Sadie Mae, how are you? Nice to see you. I love that name, Sadie. Oh, thank you, Lisa. Thank you very much. We got Blackhearted here. I miss Blackhearted coming in. Hey, Blackhearted, if you're here. So you got to go score sweet cucumbers. So tomorrow, I'm going to start increasing my exercise. I'm going to have oatmeal in the morning, a yogurt for lunch, and maybe some vegetables, and then something, some kind of meat for dinner or something like that. So, I mean, I like my build, but I'm not missing my exercise. I'm missing the walking. So I think tomorrow I will be doing a walk in Vegas. Will probably be next week. I'm going to push that off for another week, just for safety's sake. The rates of infection and deaths are climbing very rapidly in Vegas. Yeah, glad to hear it, Sadie. Blackhearted, nice to see you. I'm sorry, sorry I missed you coming in. Good to see you. Yeah, the 2014 hot dogs. Yeah, the casinos are open. I think the situation's kind of hanging by a thread. There's no way they can close the casinos again. The city of Las Vegas, the state of Nevada cannot tolerate zero cash flow for any length of time. There's just no way there's no way that can happen. Hey Darby, how are you? Good to see you. The casinos are open. The traffic is way off. The revenue is way off. They're starting to have big layoffs at Tropicana. The Sands is probably going to be shutting down, they say, at the end of September. It remains to be seen. Thank you, Blackhearted. I'm always honored to see you come in the chat. I love your channel pick there. I love that. You work at a casino in Anacortes and you're scared. That's up in Washington State, right? Yeah. 250 kids sick at camp in Georgia. That's terrible. Patricia said, I don't get why USA has so much trouble getting this cornholio. Maybe some different medical folks should be in charge. Hey, James. I think the problem is, Patricia, that this is America. It's been many generations, 5 generations, since we had a significant pandemic. We've had flu epidemics. 1968, Hong Kong flu was bad. I think 1955, there was a bad one. But this is a pandemic. This is worldwide. And I hate to say it, but a lot of Americans don't like to be told what to do. Plus, we have 50 states. That's 50 states that have states' rights. That the Constitution guarantees those powers that aren't vested in the federal government automatically accrue to the states. So, I love Texas, but Texas said, we don't need masks. Georgia, we don't need masks. Florida, we don't need to have masks and things like that. Arizona, and we see the results. Now, how do you get the toothpaste back in the tube? Well, we're whether we like it or not, we're going on to herd immunity. That's the bottom line. Yeah, people got offended, asked them to pull up their masks, and some people died and some people were shot. People working in retail stores getting a living hell beaten out of them and stuff. Yeah, I'm sure it makes the job more stressful. People traveling from Alabama, people traveling from California, it's a no-go. California is a red-hot state right now for infections, particularly down south. It is what it is. But I think herd immunity, I'm not sure about the vaccine. When the vaccine comes, and I'm not here to sway people about that's not my business what you decide to do if you get a vaccine or not. But a large portion of the population will not get the vaccine. So people here protesting, we're a man, my daughter works in retail, that's terrible, Blackhearted. I feel so bad for her. Yeah, the flu has become too politicized this election year. People are taking sides, digging their heels in. Exactly. Well, I think it's, I don't want to say it's a foregone conclusion, but I think it's going to be very difficult for the president to be elected given the current trends that are in place. We're less than 100 days to election now. The tenor of the country is really bad. Politics is worse than I've ever seen it in my lifetime. People are scared. The payroll enhancement's running out, and the rents, the staying of paying rents and things like that. There's a lot of bad stuff. Okay, Holiday says, I've seen a guy eat 37-year-old hot dogs on YouTube and survive, so I think you'll be fine. Okay, you're on, Holiday. You're on. If I eat them early this week, I got a whole week to recover. I get the craps from it. Hey, Jackie. Me and my daughter were both exposed and didn't get it, so I guess we're resistant. I mean, look at me, cyanide. I've been in and out of 7-Elevens, and Mouse Toes will tell you, and Jen, and I'm touching everything in sight, Missy. Right, hot dogs, doors, walking over whiz, and people breathing on me, and being in big crowds, and I'm pretty damn sure that I'm either I've had a very mild cornholio or I'm just one of those people that's asymptomatic. Yep, less than 100 days. Let's be exposed to that strain years before. Another like mass. I have no idea about that, Patricia. But hey, Miss Kitty, thank you. Love you too. She touches every. Mouse Toes, do you think that maybe that contributed to my immunity? Just saying. What do they say? You got to eat a pound of dirt before you go to heaven or something? I don't know. It has antibodies with bulletproof vests. Exactly. Yeah. I've gotten the vaccine. Yeah, I've gotten the influenza vaccine every year for 20 plus years. I got my first pneumonia shot last year. I'm going to get the shingles vaccine. And then I'll get the second pneumonia booster. And whatever else comes down the pike, I'll just grab it. I just realized you're on was washing my living room blind. There you go, Maggie. Maybe that'll be my next project, right? Under 40, and typically your vaccine is a different one every year. Yeah, they try. It's like hitting a bullet in midair. They take their 4 best shots of the vaccine. They take their 4 best shots of the influenza strain that they think will come. They load that up and give you protection against that. Some years they're correct. Some years they totally miss. Some years they miss. How many speakers do you have connected to all those receivers? I'm principally using the 1962 JBL speakers, but I have a pair of Polk Audios that I use once in a while too here. But I like to use the JBLs. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry for your situation too. So, but then come November, or actually come January, with the change of, I think it's going to be. I hate to say it, the way it's looking now, it's going to be a sweep for the Democrats, and they'll remain in control of the House and probably pick up seats and gain control of the Senate, and then if they have the presidency, you're going to see a very hard shift to the left here. But I don't know how that's going to be funded. All of this stuff. So it's no wonder gold is touching $2,000 an ounce as we speak. You know, it just depends on the strain you're exposed to. Yeah, a lot of people say, "Well, I got the flu shot and I still got the flu." Well, they missed that year. They missed. Shingles is hundreds of dollars, but I've got it covered. I can, with my insurance that I'm paying $1,160 a month for, I can get that shot at a very, very, very steep discount. I haven't had flu, but I'll probably get this cornholio flu shot. Well, working around the medical world, it was almost a requirement that I have that and I've just got used to getting it. It's going to get worse. I'll have to be wrong. Gimbal, maybe it'll get better. You know, that's a weird thing. Now, what's weird about cornholio is I believe, like most influenzas, that come heat, a virus can't stand up to ambient temperatures in the 90s. People don't get sick in June, July, August. But there's something different about this one. Either it's because of climate change, which certainly would affect things on a molecular level and a microbiological level. You would have to think that viruses being living things mutate and want to survive too, or it's laboratory made, right? We still have that. We still have that sticky wicket out there. Yeah, shingles is painful. I saw my father suffer with that, and I said, "Oh hell no, man! I'm getting that shot." Oh hell no! I don't know what you mean, Marilyn from Korean. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. Say hi to everybody in Seoul. Southern March. Did everyone get this before? I believe that. Fatty she, so it's much more resistant. Okay, well, it's the new and improved. It's the new and improved. Man. Buy gold and silver is what I've been doing. Bought a huge supply of food and over the counter. Man, saying it's a hit and miss on food. We're gonna probably bridge this next move is going to be I hate this is America. I hate to say it, but people are going to start to fall between the cracks, and people's minds are being, this terrible time for mental health right now. So people are going to snap. They're going to start driving into grocery stores and just, a extended pickup truck full of people that are just going to do a supermarket sweep for 5 minutes and clear the hell out of there. And it's you don't want to be in a situation where they stop serving your supermarket stuff. It was released by accident by the Iranians in their own country after being delivered by the Chinese from Wuhan. Well, that would figure. Yeah, I think the market drop is pretty much coming. It's a retaliation for killing that general from Iran. Yeah, mental illness would hit hard. I've already seen evidence of that. Caffeine. Wow. Well, Australia only have problem now is that their winter now they had nothing when we did in early spring. It was gone. I know that, Gimbal. I was thinking like Melbourne and Sydney and Perth, Australia. I thought they really escaped the worst of it, like New Zealand. But I know Melbourne has been put under lockdown again or something like that. And mentally, this is a very hard time, Blackhearted. And I really feel sorry for your daughter working in retail now that, Lord & Taylor declared bankruptcy today. The oldest department store in America. Juice. We both had Ken's house in Island dressing. There is small world. There you go, Juice. Woo! Sometimes I splurge for the good stuff, Juice. Keep my blood alcohol right around illegal to drive and ward off diseases. Yeah, that makes me want to grab a beer tonight. Juice, what do you think of the setup? Huh? You like a little change of scenery here? Happy days are here again. The skies are gonna clear again. Yeah, I'll probably do another Dollar Tree food tasting this week too. I haven't been up to the Dollar Tree in a long. They moved, so splurge. States are not going to have the funny going to be. That's what I'm saying, Harley. It comes down a lot worse on the state, and we don't have to wonder why the gold and silver are gone through the roof. They're actually not going up. It's the rest of the stuff is being devalued here. Yeah, thank you, Juice. Thank you. Yeah, very, very vintage. If I could get it, when I get my better camera set up, I'll be able to get a better angle and get it all in over there. Shakers with a side of loudspeakers, exactly. Hey, Nancy K, how are you? Just flash review. There you go. Melbourne lockdown, just dress rehearsal for Sydney. Sydney is more feral. Just weird. I don't know which direction we're going to go in next. I know that state budgets are a shambles right now. Took all the service sectors shut down and just grinding along. GDP was down on a 39% annualized basis in the second quarter. That means we effectively, if that pace continued, we would effectively have shrunk the economy about 40%, which is getting on. You know, the Great Depression was GDP went from 100 billion to 50 billion. But that came over from 1929 to 1932, 33. Melbourne's getting slammed, huh? State of chaos. So it's always good to be a prepper. I think Mouse Toes is, Juice is a prepper. In here, I know Juice is able, willing, and capable of defending himself and provisioning himself out there. He's in a good location, I think, in Oklahoma, as is Mouse Toes. I just think it makes sense to be fully prepped up, and just sometimes you may not want to go out at all to do things. And things that have a good shelf life, I want to have them. Pastas, rices, all that. Sydney ciders will be less compliant, huh? Be interesting to see. Gotta be prepping, gotta be prepping. I'll tell you, Mouse Toes, your beef stroganoff, oh good, oh good, oh good. I was licking the screen on that. That looked delicious. I'm ready for a road trip. Yeah. Let's go to Lake Havasu. Let's rent a little speedboat there side. That cupcake will float past the boys down there. It's not too bad being an introvert. It's bad for me, Sadie Mae. I don't do well just moping around home. Right? Here to show the need for prepping. Yes, believe in prepping, food, guns, etc. My N95s are 18 years old. Okay, well, they're probably still effective. Probably still effective. So I would tell you, I'm not an alarmist, but if, and I'm a very apolitical person. I can find fault on both parties. There's a lot of things I don't like on both sides. I would say I'm very moderate, right down the middle person. But if the Democrats take control of the Senate, the House, the presidency, you're going to see really radical change come into this nation fast. Okay? You're going to see enormous changes in gun laws that may take a couple years to filter up to the Supreme Court, where they'll probably be struck down. You'll probably see nationalized medicine, a huge government works projects. It's going to be a radical change, much higher tax rates, things like that. So I need some 30-round magazines for 223. So when you go into camp in Palm Springs, there you go, High Watch. Well, I would hope to meet you in Palm Springs, and have a nice meal with you and hang out. Talk about how long I've been prepping. bit of a hit and miss. I'm learning that, but I'll get there. Good, Jackie. Yeah, they're going to take control of the. I think they're going to take control of it. I just think that too much of the base has moved off from. Too many people have lost their jobs and stuff. That the easiest person to blame is the person that's in the White House now. Yeah, I'm not a fan of either side. I don't really think so. High Watch, it barely. You look at he had to win those 8 states, Michigan, and he ran the table perfectly in 2016. I never imagined he would do it. But he ran those, there were, what was it? 4 states were decided by a total of like 100,000 votes or some ridiculously small number. I don't see those states pulling to the right this time. I just don't see it. I don't see it. When you start messing with people's pocketbooks and job loss, and it's a different story. But we'll see. I was wrong last time. I was wrong. I'm the worst political forecaster in the world. I am the worst forecaster in the world. Yeah, I think he probably was a shoo-in until, I would say, June, July. I think June is where it turned. I got the sense that there was a shift occurring. I think if I had been President Trump, I would have come on and given I'm surprised he never gave a national address, just to kind of get to the heart of people and just toughen people up a little bit. So I think he missed I think he probably wanted to avoid talking about it, much like Woodrow Wilson avoided talking about it in World War I. But we were fighting a world war then, and you had the Alien and Sedition Act. You couldn't publish anything that might hamper the war effort. So, oh, thank you, Blackheart. I like my road trips too. I want to get on the darn road. I want to get back to Vegas. I want to come down and get to LA and San Diego. I got Terror coming up. Narce might be coming up. I got Mr. Z is going to be coming up. Actually, I think the pendulum is going to. Well, it's hard to say, Cobra John. I think the Republicans in 1936, after Roosevelt got elected in November of 1932, and remember, you had to wait 5 months to assume the presidency, and meanwhile, the banks collapsed and everything else, so they shortened up the time. It used to be March 6th, now it's like early January to assume the presidency. They would have never thought giving Roosevelt a chance, but he went on to win 3 more terms. So it's hard to say. It actually, if you connect with the people, they'll ride with you through the gates of hell. But if it looks like you're just maybe ducking the issue or not talking to people or giving comfort to people, then they're not gonna. Their loyalty will dissipate very rapidly, I think. Yeah, I was always surprised there was, how you doing, I'm on it. You can certainly express. Like I said, I'm a middle of the roader. I'm just observing what past presidents have done. We had energy crises, and Jimmy Carter would come on, Ronald Reagan with the Iran situation, the Economic Recovery Act of 1981, and Gerald Ford. I can remember almost every president coming on. Reagan. Hey, president being attacked from all sides. Texas as far, I'm sure they will hit. Yeah, well, when the herd starts to run, Jackie, it's very hard to stem the tide. We'll sue voting fraud and will not give up. Trump will lose, but we'll sue voting fraud. It's going to make it ugly. But the United States voted in the middle of the Civil War. with hundreds and hundreds of thousands of troops deployed from Texas all the way up to Pennsylvania and west to Missouri, and still managed to have an election. How can you vote for Joe when he doesn't know where it is? I didn't say I'm voting for Joe. How do you think past president would have handled this pandemic? I think since we don't have wartime, we don't have the restrictions like Woodrow Wilson had in 1918 with the pandemic, when 500,000 Americans died. And in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, in October of 1918, 30, what was it? 13,000 people died just in Philadelphia in October of 1918. Never made much of news or anything because we were fighting a war. Right? What do you have done? Come out and just listen more to the medical advisors. I think early on, I think the president tends to think in terms of economics and that, and I don't think he has the ability to weigh the medical off against the economics of the situation. In other words, if we had been locked down, like I don't hear anything coming out of Italy anymore, right? Because they were just like brutal lockdown, or China, they would weld people into their homes if they tried to get out. So I think it hurt not having a national policy of a timeout. I think. Walk out next to, yeah. I don't think he'll try to. I don't think it's going to even be that close. The way I'm feeling it right now. Wow, Opiami said, no one in my local supermarket are wearing, I guess, masks. No small business folks, cops, or nothing. It's like a scaremonger threat campaign to stir people into compliance. Wow. There's no declared presidential winner by January. Nancy Pelosi becomes president until it's settled. Thank you, Two Bowls. Yeah, Two Bowls. I wanted to change the background tonight. I've been kind of experimenting here. I'm trying to get some balance on the lighting. Lighting is something I know zero about, but I'm starting to get a crash course. Oh, Spain is getting bad again. Why doesn't Biden come out and say what he would do? I'd like to hear some of his ideas. What can he do? You know, what can you do? You're looking at the month of June was almost a $1 trillion deficit alone. I don't think July is going to be any different. I mean, it's almost like your hands are tied. The only thing to do is inflate the currency, to inflate the debt out of existence. And, you know, but we don't go there because Janet's here, so I don't want to say that. Then the boss will come in and tell me to shut up. Okay, Alex, thank you. You have a good one. So yeah, I don't think Biden really. He has no business or economic background. The only thing he's been is a politician. So he'll depend heavily on advisors and the cabal at Goldman Sachs and company, and figure it out. Hey, Debbie. Yeah, he could be. The point anyone's better. The only thing you can do is a prayer, but keep. That's right. You say a prayer, you pray to God, but you row towards shore. That's exactly right. I guess you just tell people it's going to be tough. We're going to have to dig in, but people don't want to hear that. They don't want to hear that. We got to dig in. We got to clear the dead wood out of the economy, and we're going to have to rebuild. I mean, people they recall the president's divinely. Uh, Certainly no need to apologize. Well, I don't. Lisa, I'm not convinced Franklin Roosevelt really thought much about ideas until June of 1932. Also, when the great collapse of banking began, and then he called up the Brain Trust, financial advisors and people like that, and started to put ideas together. But at that time, you had unlimited borrowing capacity. We don't have. The world can't absorb all these trillions of dollars. That's why I say, if you have any long-term bonds, better think twice about them. We better get the hell out of them. 0.5% interest on a 10-year government. 10 years is a long time. Thank you, Horror YouTube. I appreciate that. Thanks for coming by tonight. Wow, what a nice thing to say. So we'll see what happens. Like I say, I'm down the middle. Whoever gets elected, I'm behind him 100%. That's my president. I have to pray for the best. But I would anticipate as things now, just being a dispassionate sort of observer, that I think there's a very good chance that the Democrats will gain a significant number of seats in both houses. And you'll see a much more radicalized, leftist-leaning, socialist country coming up, which doesn't bode well for the long haul. But, as the great economist John Maynard Keynes said, in the long run, we're all dead anyway. So. My sanitizing bag. Yeah, hopefully Biden will focus on the environment, giving important position. She's the only politician I trust. I don't really know her that well. She's just very outspoken. There's a lot of people that don't like the distribution of the maldistribution of wealth in this nation. Similar to 1929, where 10% of the people controlled 90% of the wealth. Pray for the best. That's it. It's all you can do. I'm just focused on take care of yourself and don't count on government. Okay? Count on yourself. Be resourceful. Think of ways that you can make money. Start something online. Okay, take care. Take care, Horror of YouTube. Thank you. Yeah, I can't fault the president for playing golf. Hello, Sesame, son. This can't be the most glorious days in the White House, right? What did you do? The tomatoes have not reached their peak yet. Generally here, our peak haul of tomatoes happens about middle August. At which point I may, I've got a few on there already, redo how I make my sauce, my red sauce, and maybe get some mason jars and put that up. So we'll see. I love salsa. Janet makes a good salsa. She makes a real kick-ass salsa. Sugar cane, huh, baby doll? How you doing? Boy, Janet. Watch Janet get a job at the White House. Scotty London, you've kept me smiling through all this. Thank you, Scotty. You handsome devil, I miss seeing you. I know we were going to meet up in San Francisco and everything. We'll meet again. Don't know when. I'll see you. Thank you, Scotty. Handsome Scotty London. I felt like that was Chuchus Interruptus when Scotty had to rush off to the airport from San Francisco. So I felt like, it was a premature pullout on our meetup, so we're gonna have to figure that out. Good luck getting canning jars. I hear they're in short supply. I think if I get them now at the Ace Hardware, I'll probably pay a little more, but everything's going to be in short supply. Cornholio is pulling little blocks out of the walls of businesses. And, you have to anticipate that there's going to be shortfalls of a lot of different stuff, especially with the trade situation with China. Now they don't want people to use TikTok. They want to kick TikTok out. So you could wake up tomorrow and China kicks Apple out of China. I mean, it's going to be tit for tat trade wars. And, difficult. Do you think soon we'll have a national? I don't know. I don't think we can. I think it's too late, Harley. I think we just have to chop through it with masks. I think it's too late to have a national shutdown. We had one shot to do that. But you know, it is what it is. Thank you, Lisa. This is for letting people say what they feel and not getting in trouble. But one of the good things about being a moderate, neither a Republican nor a Democrat, is that I can see problems, negatives on both sides, and I can see positives on both sides. Sometimes just a change of leadership reinvigorates people. That it just, like when Roosevelt got elected in '32, people cheered, and it just, you know, we have nothing to fear but fear itself, speech, and then people, their mood changed. And they started to get confidence again in the future. So sometimes it's not the worst thing in the world. Oh, they're not on shelves. Okay, I'm on it. I'm going to check it out when I'm near. I know my local Ace Hardware has a very good supply usually of them, and I don't think many people in my neighborhood can anything. So, oh, lady, I used your blocks analogy discussing. She thinks things are great because the market's doing. No. The market is because interest rates are so low and there's no alternative to put money in, which means when the market goes this time, it will be the greatest and fastest destroyer of wealth in the history of the world. Okay, so many people have poured so much money into that market. When the guillotine comes down, it's going to accentuate the economic descent here when that goes down. Yeah, be respectful and speak your mind. I'm not blocking anybody. I just don't be cursing and things. How you doing, Rhonda? Don't understand the fighting. I never understood the fighting of masks. I understand some people have compromised breathing. I get that. They shouldn't be out. Okay, in my opinion, but they may not have alternatives. But otherwise, it's a small thing. But I didn't understand, like, spring break in Florida, okay? Because I think that became a tremendous vector for spreading. Young people feeling they're invincible. And it is what it is. Trump is as liked as Roosevelt. Okay, I'm on it. I think I will. I think I'll take your advice. Number one, thank you for alerting me to that. I think I'm going to try to get 3 or 4 cases of them, just to have them here on the rancho. So, hey Deb, how you doing? Yeah, the market often is out of synchronization. Look at 1929. Okay. Look at 1930, April, from the time the stock market stopped crashing on November 15th of 1929 till April 10th of 1930. That market rallied just like now, incredibly strong, powerful rally. Nobody knew the grinding descent that was ahead over the next 8 years. Yeah, wear a shield. No shirt. Yeah, our stores here, you can't go into them without a mask. I've gone up to the 7-Eleven here to grab a quick thing of milk, and I've seen the guys boot people out. You know, no mask, no service. Sorry, you got to leave. You get to see inside. I like that, Rhonda. You get to see inside my underwear drawer. Yes, yes. Cases of canning jars, mason or ball jars for canning. So a lot of people are growing gardens. I imagine even more will next year. So people like to put up their goods. I like to make a red sauce. Happy days are here again. The skies are gonna clear again. Soon there will be beer again. Happy days are here again. My good friend. Respiratory therapy. Yeah, it's a tough position to be in. I got some face shields in the mail. They're comfortable, but I don't feel like they give a lot of protection. I think they do, Sugar Cane. I think they do give you some protection. You're happy. Your soap opera has new episodes tomorrow. Which one is that, Janet? The Young and the Restless? As the sand through the hourglass, so are the days of our lives. General Hospital. I don't even know their soap opera still on anymore. Sugar Cane, how do you like the setup? You like the, I'm doing a little bit with lighting tonight and changing the background a little bit there. Like that. I've just done plums and pears. That's cool. That's good. What you should do is pick up the little lids too. Grab a lot of them. Because the jars are reusable. Man, I haven't watched the soap in, I think, saying my mind, 25 years. I didn't even know they still produce them. I remember Guiding Light and All My Chillin', General Hospital. What was the one, Capital or something? What was that one? It was kind of short-lived, Capital or something like that. I wear masks to protect others. Yeah. Oh, thank you, Sugar Cane. Nobody wears a mask around here. Frustrating. Our population low, but the cases are here. See, people have this idea they're insulated by distance, but they're finding, as Dr. Brick said today, that we're a very mobile society. It's not like people in China. Hey, we're having a weekender in Shanghai from Beijing, or we're going to go up to Hainan Island to the resort. They don't go anywhere, man. Here, we go everywhere. Yeah, the bold and the beautiful. Thank you. As the stomach turns. No, I'm from Baltimore. Philly and Baltimore have about the same accent. Southern Jersey, some parts of Delaware, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and a little bit of Virginia. Yeah, thank you, Carrie class. Yeah, you're always confused, Kaylee. Every time you come in here, read a book. Hugs, Lisa Ann. Nice to see you. I used to watch The Young and the Rest. Now I just watch YouTube instead. Yeah, I mean, just a troll, Missy. Same week trolling as ever. Yeah, remember the marriage of Luke and Laura? That was like the most watched event in the history of daytime TV. Bean Sprout! Passions in Santa Barbara. There's my daughter, Bean Sprout. How you doing, Bean Sprout? There she is. I remember Mom watching her soaps while our... Yeah, I remember Sally Spectre. I remember the name. She had a beauty, wasn't she, with... who was the guy's name? Sally Spectre was on... She was on Guiding Light. Victor... I can't remember his last name, was married to that blonde gal. I can't remember her name. Victor. Yeah, Sally Specter was a competing cosmetics person, wasn't she? Am I good? Cool background. Nice rack. Thank you. God bless Peachy Pie. Thank you, Blackhearted. He's the guy, and he said beautiful, different than you say it. Yeah, beautiful. Baltimore has a very lazy mouth when it comes to pronounce it. It's a mix of southern accent and north. It's terrible. Being on the Mason-Dixon line. I've been to China, had a foot massage, then they hit pressure points, not relaxing. There you go. Sally Specter, low rank. Yeah, thank you, Sugarcane. I did pretty good. I pulled that out. Give me credit, man. LG fridge having a built-in smoke alarm. And it has that thing if you leave the door open. But you know what? Some people are like, Rosie, you got a pretty clean fridge. For a slob, you done pretty good. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. Yeah. We wash our cars, we wash our clothes, we turn on the water, we leave our money on the bureau, we call the police, we hit our head on the cement, we follow them Oreos and them Cokes. Her name came from all my children. Erica Kane. Yeah, the same lady who played Sally also played Rose on The Young and the Restless. She tried to steal Nita's baby so she could sell. Yeah, well, give me credit. I pulled that right out, man. Sally Specter. I knew she was something. I thought she was a cosmetics or, yeah, she was a fashion designer. John Waters is from Baltimore. Yes, he is. Lust in the Dust and all of the great divine movies. Swim in the creek. And we're all going down the ocean. Man, what are you doing this weekend? We're all going down the ocean. Huh? You gonna eat some crabs? You going down the ocean? Yeah, we're gonna drink some beer and have some crabs. We gonna be staying uptown in Ocean City down there. We're going down the ocean. Thank you. Man, I'm gonna get me a couple dozen crabs. I'm gonna sit down and get some beer. We're going down the ocean. We're gonna have a good time. Divine Lust in the Dust with Tab Hunter. Yeah, down the ocean. Yeah. She fell down and hit her head on the cement. Had to call the ambulance. And police showed up. It was a big lot of problem down there. Hey, them Oreos win last night. Friday traffic sucks here with the Pennsylvanians heading. Same thing in Maryland and also in Pennsylvania. A lot of them go to Ocean City, Maryland, and Rehoboth, Maryland, and Bethany Beach. Yeah, I think I'm going to grab another beer Sunday night. Yeah, my foot. Pretty soon there'll be beer again. I'm going to have to do a video on the Rosie Murphy channel. I need to do another hillbilly repair job on that vacuum cleaner. Got all sucked up with crap today. I got to take that apart. Maybe go to the restaurant supply, get a rack for the bottom of your big stock pot. The hell's that mean? Rack? Oh yeah, for the wet bath immersion. Yeah, maybe I could do that. That's a good idea. I'm on it. That's a really capital idea. It's a 5-gallon job. It's our mash pot. Yeah. Cheers, y'all. Thanks for weighing in on the new setup. These lights are a little too bright up front, but I want to get this, You know, this is supposed to be more dramatic back here, but I can't seem to swing it. Lighting is something. I got to really tear into lighting. I don't know anything about it. Any receivers for sale? It's interesting. You should interesting that you should mention that. I might be selling the Nico, which is another great, very underrated one. The Nico, but the problem is I'm not shipping anything. Reason being is that UPS, FedEx, they all just destroy things. So everything I do is local pickup. Jackie. Well, yes, first I shot somebody with scratch and sniff carpet. Yeah, I remember that. What was it called? Pecker, very funny. Yeah, they did. It was, you know, I didn't really like the movies too much. They were too raw for me. Uh, you know, but I'd see him around Baltimore all the time. He hung down the Charles Theater downtown. He'd be hanging around Reed Street, which was the LG area at that time. The Pink Hippo Bar. Anyone having the biggest Southern accent? That's good, Lisa. Everybody loves the Southern accent. Lust in the Dust. Pink Flamingos, that was another one. Yeah, I didn't get it, you know. Uh, I'd rather see a nice, you know, nice R-rated with some beautiful people in it. It's just not my thing. I just couldn't get into Divine. That picture's not going anywhere. Kaylee, what I want to do is mount a ceiling light that points down to that picture and ceiling lights that'll point down to the wall of sound that'll give better controlled lighting. But I don't know if I want to make that investment in anything. Queen, yeah, every Saturday was Soul Train. Yeah, I remember Soul Train. It's Don Cornelius with the Soul Train out of Philadelphia. Hey, Monkey Boy. I see you called today. You were probably calling. I didn't see till late this afternoon. You've probably seen if I'm on my way down. I'm gonna wait. I'm gonna wait a week. I'm gonna wait a week. Yeah, eating shit. Just the whole. I just can't. I can't get enjoyment out of movies like that. No, I don't have anything. I don't have it. I didn't bake anything this weekend. I did a Space Girl beach party on Friday night for an hour. Yeah, it would look good. It would look good. I just don't know if I feel like crawling up there in the heat of summer in that upper part. Hey, Dory. No, it won't fade. It'll be okay because LED is always a very, it's not like incandescent. It's not going to cause anything to fade. Yeah, Monkey Boy, I'm into switches with lenses. I don't want to go to Vegas until I have my new setup there. I had to, get some lenses. I had to get my money back on them and figure I had to drop back and punt. I got like 50-year-old lenses here. It's just like, because I want to make this, I want to really move forward with my channel here. And although I'll still be doing streams with the smartphone and stuff. Yeah, the Rocky Horror Picture Show was fun. Yeah, track lights would be the same thing like I have over in the den area there. Track lights are nice. And I do have an empty switch too, which is nice. I have an empty switch that I put just for fill on the thing because I didn't have a single switch. I put a double switch in there. So, yeah, it's going to be a lot of pool time, and I want to. I really want to test out some new gear, Dan. It might be boring for some people. There'll be a lot of little, probably small videos up that test stuff out. He said, I tried to make a canned salmon salad tonight. I can, and can I, even if it's very good for it to do. I don't really, I don't enjoy salmon that much. I'll be honest with you. I find it too oily. Lee says, do you like pineapple? D made, I'm going to make those burgers this week. I don't give a damn whatever. I'm going to do those pineapple burgers this weekend. D put that, got that nice beef, kind of grilled those pineapple rings, put that on top, then put a piece of Swiss over top of that. I didn't put any ketchup, mustard. It was so damn good. I like pineapple, but just not too often. I don't like it too often. Yeah, tuna, I can't really cotton to salmon. I can't, if it's fresh grilled that night, like when we brought it off the boat here, and salmon steaks and things like that, that's really good. That was fine that night. That was good eating. Better get you an egg. No, Janet, that's your deal. Janet likes that Red Robin with that raw egg on top of it. Throw it, Golden State. I'm gonna try those. I'm gonna thaw out those Farmer John hot dogs. I'm gonna do a vlog. I'm gonna cook those babies up and give them a try. I'm gonna see. I mean, if they can eat food that was frozen in Antarctica since Scott and Perry's expeditions, I can eat a Farmer John hot dog, right? I watched West Side Story with my buddy, and I'm like, oh my god, jeez, sugar cane. I like to be back in San Juan. I know a boat you can get on. Hey man, I'll tell you what, Lisa, I'll put my fry against Janet's, man. My chicken, my fry. I'll tell you, Janet's good all around. Much better with beef than I'll ever be. But man, I got that coating. Fried egg, yeah, but it was runny. I got sick watching that yolk run down the side of your hamburger. My stomach's just not prepared for that. Hence, I threw up on all the grapevines on the way home. Yeah, the expired food mukbang is perfect. I got that crappy Jamaican food chicken FUK thing to eat. I got all kinds of Asian delights that are 2.5 years. Yeah, let's have a expired food challenge, right? Let's do that. Remember I used to do them? The Dollar Tree expired food challenge. Thank you, Golden State. If I got sick, I got a week to recover, right? Do or don't eat expired chicken, Missy. I like my proprietary batter on the fish was outstanding with the Old Bay. Oh man, And I have one secret ingredient I put in there too. I cooked baked lemon and pepper chicken tonight, Mother Cane. We ate the whole damn thing. That's good, Sugar Cane. It's good for the soul. Yeah, I got to cut down. I got to get in fighting form for San Diego and L.A. The beaches down there. Missy, if isn't it true if you cook anything, it's rendered safe, right? I mean, if you put the flame to it. Oh my goodness, Jackson's like, I have no expired food in my house. I gag thinking, what did you think of those Farmer John hot dogs from 2014? It's like, wow, that took me back. I'm betting those babies are deliscable. Yeah, I don't think canned goods ever go wrong. They say don't wash your chicken. I don't think I've ever washed a chicken. I figure when it hits that oil or it hits that baking sheet in the, ain't no germ gonna live through that. Well, a great salad, but that pie made of squash that's supposed to be taste like lemon was crap. Man, I don't want a squash pie, Sugar Cane. And whenever, here's Sugar Cane, here's a rule to live by, and I'm your elder, so I can tell you this, okay? Whenever anybody tells you, I've made a fill in the blank, pie, casserole, cake, pudding, cookie, that tastes just like the thing that you love. My best advice is check, please. they never, they never turn out good. I ate some bad chicken once. Well, AC says, Rosie, with interest rates dropping, wouldn't that mean real estate should go up? It very possibly could because it's a real asset. Put it on a par with gold, but then you have to weigh that against people in mass losing jobs, and now with the end of the pandemic, paycheck enhancement and things, you're going to start to see house foreclosure skyrocketing here, and young people can't afford houses, so you know, weigh it off, right? It's like 6 of one, half dozen. Yeah. Right now, it's obvious people are gone for the gold and silver. That's the thing. Yeah, if it hasn't turned color or smell like crap, then I'll cook in it. There you go. I mean, that's true, right, Angus? Oh, I made this genuine imitation meat casserole here. It's like, oh God. That tasted good as shit. Someone gave me a turkey that expired in 1978. Good Lord. They say don't with chicken because it splashes chickaronis all over your kitchen. Chickaronis, yeah. That's it. You guys are sick, I was telling you. Sugar Cane's eating it, a genuine imitation something or other, lemon pie with goddamn squash in it and stuff. You should have kicked that chair under the table and knocked it over his head. Wrong. What'd you do that for? Yeah, refinance my car. That's good. That's good, Jackie. But I only have 5 months left to pay on my van. Yay! Hey, John West. Is that Johnny West or John West now? Live in a very small, the one that makes 50 could not afford my house. Yeah. Well, this is 1,000 square feet, and you'd have to pay about $550,000 for this, but it has a huge chunk of land with it. Yeah, thank you, Missy. Chicken noses. Damn, Missy, that was like a kick in the head, girl. That was like a kick in the head. Ain't that a kick in the head? Instead of grinning, grinning, I ought to be winning, winning. La da doo 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 beautiful. Ah, man, I would have loved to have been in Vegas in the 50s. Ah. Sugarcane, I'm so blessed. I don't know nobody, no thing. I have a little bit of credit card debt and stuff like that, but not too much. I know, babe. I know, Missy. You're my softball queen. Just a little bit of credit card debt and just that loan, and that's about it. Yeah, believe it or not, Vanilla Rain, isn't that insane here? And since people are leaving the city now, it's even more desirable. You got more people that want to move out of the city and yet still commute and be close to San Francisco. Yeah, I agree, Harley lady. Well, I think it already busted, didn't it? Didn't it, GDP? I think the economy's already imploded. We're just waiting for the next shoe to drop. Hey, that's not bad. That's not bad, Lisa. You're a wonderful person, Sugarcane. My mother's bad for this. She will take anything free if they're handing it. I like that, Lee Murray. God darn. If they're handing out free condoms, she will fill the bird. God, that was like my grandmother. Lived to 99 years old. 1898 to 1998. We used to go to these really shitty buffets, like Harvest House in Baltimore, like $2.99 all you could eat dinner. And she would take her pocketbook in, man, and she'd be putting a whole ham in that. She'd look at me, what are you looking at? She'd get home, put her purse down, and then forget it for a couple days because she didn't go out that often, and the whole house would be stinking. And what's up with the? No, I don't, Johnny West. I want to say that Mitch McConnell is kind of seeing the writing on the wall now, that he doesn't see a lot of upside for re-election, even if they approve the a change stimulus. So I think he just wants to go down with the ship, stand on principle, and say that it can't be the government's responsibility to be everybody's bailout person. So probably get another check. That'd be nice. I put that check into some camera gear if the next one came, some lenses. Doing that with fried chicken. Her purse was lined with, oh, good Lord. Yeah, hey, AC. ACC. Wow, that's pretty good, Harley. My fridge is pretty clean. I clean it out every Friday for trash pickup Saturday. I've actually done a lot of work here to throw out a lot of crap. I blitzed that refrigerator a few weeks ago, so I felt like, yeah, why not show people what's in my fridge? But I never went through the freezer or anything. Luxman CO2. Yeah, the Luxmans are good. Go put Luxman in my search box, either here or on the Rosie Murphy channel, and see the only repair, the most brutal thing I did The only repair I failed on was the Luxman suck face that goes in and out when you turn it on. The faceplate retracts into the unit and you turn it off, it comes back out again to protect your setting. I tried like hell to fix that motor and stuff, but I just didn't quite do it. Oh my God, my grandmother would just stuff biscuits and every damn place she went. And my mother would be like, damn, you think he never ate before? She only weighed about 90 pounds too. That was the funny thing. Figure McConnell will want to bail out the states. His own state is all the states are in peril. But he's the kind of person that will stand on principle of fiscal responsibility. That's why I said we've reached the end of the line from 1932 to 2020. 1932, the government never did anything for anybody. 2020, now people expect the government to do everything for them. We've come full circle. Here you go, carrot class. Yeah, I think we all got a junk drawer. I got one. All the states are in big trouble, and they've got to balance their budgets, but we'll see what happens. You got to just keep your fingers crossed and be optimistic. Hope you're wrong. Yeah, I think we all do, Vicky. I got a junk drawer, tape, and keys, and all kinds of crap in it. I got a feeling. Yeah, maybe we'll see what's in my junk drawer tomorrow. Get in my junk drawer. Junk in the trunk. I wish I had a lot more junk in the trunk. I got a feeling that tonight is the night, a good time. I think this lighting worked out pretty good on the side. What do you guys think? Pretty decent, good balance here. I'd want to take this way down for the future and lower that way down with the proper lights, but to have a much more dramatic background. But several junk. Love you too, Lisa. Thank you for your wonderful support tonight. I have several siblings retired from states, hoping their pensions keep funded. That's a tough call. I mean, if you ask me honestly, you're going to have financial restructurings coming up on many levels in the next. They'll restructure. They'll have to do it again. The next year, do it again. It'll be the era of less and less and less and less. Okay, and that's the way it is. We got to get down to hardcore. Kiwana, how you doing? Beautiful. Nice to see you. We got to get down to rock solid foundation. Right now, this economy's like a rotten house. Thank you, Laura. I think it's pretty good. I want to keep working on it, though. Yeah, I like the view, Dave. I like the view. I got tired of sitting with the blue curtains behind. Trying to figure out. Maybe blasting that up was pretty cool, huh? I don't know. Missing my son so much I came on here and I've laughed. That's good, Lisa. We're here to laugh and have a good time. We can always express opinions as long as people aren't cursing and doing everything else. I always said there's 80,000 words in the English language, twice as many as any other language in the world. You can certainly find in those 80,000 words ways to express yourself without cursing, which I think is nice. Universal, if the Democrats take over everything as I expected, universal health coverage will be a done deal, for better or worse. Quality and other issues. There's a lot of things to work through. A tremendous disincentive for people to go to medical school, and you'll find a lot of specialists, much less interest in specialized medicine. There's a downside for socialized medicine too. So, what's odd to me is kind of interesting. Yeah, they have private plans and employers do it because the quality is perceived to be substandard, but you do get medical attention. Like I say, everything now will be a drive to the bottom. It'll be a race to the bottom here. There'll be no more innovations in medicine, and pharmacological research will be blunted now. This will stop being the epicenter of R&D. There's big consequences for socialized medicine. Yep, I agree, Janet. I agree. That's the low-hanging fruit. I've almost quit cursing. Not easy. I drop, if you drop, you want that, can you dim that all the way? What, me? Yeah, there'll always be a second tier of medical care for those that wish to do that. But you got to face the reality of times. People cannot be without medical care. People can't be without housing. That's why when I talked about FEMA operations in massive tent cities and reopened army bases for housing, it's a reality. It's a reality. Yeah, the middle class is being squeezed like grapes in a grape press. That's it. Thank you, Tammy. Oh my God, people would steal silverware from the table. It's like hotels. How many towels walk out of a hotel every day? Crazy. Wow, I can't believe I've been on 2 hours tonight. Woo! Oh, you cuss a lot, Lisa. So I throw in a cuss word once in a while, but it has more effect if it's a rarity. I see some of these streams where it's just non-stop cussing and uh, people dropping the C word and F you every other word. I can't get into that. I can't do that. Carry class, that's funny. It's too. Uh, I don't know. I let people do. I don't. I listen to chat streams, but sometimes they devolve into screaming and cursing matches and stuff, and it's just not good for my. Time flies when you're having fun, for sure. Take off with the cloth smack. I hear the Lord's name. Like somebody just got shot. Yeah, I don't like to hear GD this and all that. I don't like that. But then again, I totally respect other people's right to have chats exactly the way that they want to have them, and God bless them. It's YouTube. That's why I'm not effective. Anyway, guys, I'm going to go ahead and close it out. I'm sorry I got on later tonight. I usually drop on about 7:30 or so. But I want to thank you for being along. I think I'm going to be vlogging on the road tomorrow, doing a little walk and talk tomorrow morning. I got to start getting some exercise. It's also early enough that nobody else is around, and it's very, very, very quiet. So I'm going to start working out. The gyms are still closed here, but I'm going to have to do what I can. I want to cut some videos. I want to do a ZZ Top Legs video, the 2020 edition, all kinds of things. I'd rather see some nudity than I would hear a lot of cussing, but that's just me. Anyway, guys, have yourselves a wonderful night. Thank you for the comments on the backdrop. It needs a lot of improvement here. I don't know anything about lighting, a teensy tiny bit about videography and stuff, but it sure is fun to learn. To my moderators, thank you very much. Much love to you, Missy, Jen, Mouse Toes, et al. All of you guys. Thank you for the usual wonderful job that you do. Late is okay, not for me. I get up around 5:30 or 6 a.m. in the morning. So y'all have a good one. Take care, Janet. Be safe. Hey, one more thumbs up to 100. Let's ram it home. Love you guys. Thanks so much.